Hi, this is Miss Eric, and we're going to go over F-LEA, which is from the January 2015 exam, question number 32. Now, in this type of question, we're given an exponential equation, and from the exponential equation, we need to find our variables. So let's start. Well, what are exponential equations? Exponential equations happen when the variable is the exponent. Now there's all different ways to do these type of questions. The way that I like the best is I like to think of the equation y equals mx plus b. And when we think of that, we know that this b is the y-intercept. Well, the equation that we use for exponentials is y equals b times a to the x, or y equals ba little x. The other thing we need to come up with is we need to find out what are the numbers at x equals 0 and what are the numbers at x equals 1. So let's start this problem. Well, b is the y-intercept. That's what this is going to help us get, the b. So if we look here, it looks like that at 0, it crosses at 0.25. At 1, the graph crosses right here, which looks to be about 0.5. Well, now that we have this information, we can use this equation to solve to find out what a equals. So we're going to have y, which will be this number, so I'll just rewrite it first. Y equals ba to the x. So I'm going to put 0.5 equals b, which we know from up here is 0.25 times a to the first power. Now what you need to remember is the first power, well, anything to the first power is always that letter. So for example, b to the first power will be b. 5 to the first power will be 5. So in this case, a to the first power is just a. Because it's just a, we can divide both sides by 0.25. When we do that, we get 2 equals a. Now that we know that 2 equals a, and we got our b from up here, we can rewrite the equation one more time. But this time, I'm going to put in these values. So I have y equals 0.25, that's my b, times my a, which is 2, and then the x. And that's my final answer. Okay? Now it says explain how you got the equation. And that looks kind of ugly. Let me just write it one more time so you can see it nicer. Okay? You could also write it as fractions, just so you know. You could write it like this also. Either way. Alright? So how did we determine the equation? We found the y-intercept and the value at x equals 1 and solved for a. And that's it. Alright, that's the conclusion of this problem. Great job.